So where were you guys at sort of, financially, I guess, last year before you were listening into my webinar? And, what was happening in your world? Yeah, just whether you can answer that for us. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Malcolm, and good evening, everyone. It's our financial situation at that time. I mean, we had dreams and aspirations, certainly even as a professional rugby player, but I was part of that group that went from amateur into professionalism. So there wasn't a lot of knowledge or even a lot of help for us in terms of financial literacy or other things like that. But certainly last year for me, and especially when I did finish, was thinking about, well, we've still got a mortgage, and it's a mortgage that's going to keep on going for a long time. And so, how do we, those are some of the aspirations for me. Was I want to be able to retire at that ripe old age of 65 or something like that, and be able to enjoy life. But I knew at that time we had quite a large mortgage that was left, and we still do. And so it really felt we felt helpless. We didn't
Mm,
have the knowledge. I certainly didn't have the knowledge of being able to do that, on how to be able to get through some of these financial challenges that we were having as well. And so it was, for me, was really at that time, what are we going to do? And it's something that we talked about, we prayed about, we sought help after it as well. But it
mm,
wasn't until I saw that you're on Facebook, Malcolm, and it just resonated with me because it just spoke to key things that I was exactly what I was going through, that I wanted to get over and to deal with. And so those key things were really important for me. And
mm,
so seeing that was really, really good. And
mm,
coming onto the webinar as we're doing tonight. So that was a key major step for me towards that freedom. And I
mm.
saw some of the words coming up: freedom, financial freedom is what we want to be able to be.
Absolutely. And so the process of working with us is how have you found that? I mean, has it been fairly straightforward for you? Everyday Kiwis taking on this information easy enough?
Yeah, I think probably the wonderful thing about just working with the staff, that's been, I think, probably the most important thing for me was just the reassurance of working with people that are really helping you to build the future that you want.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's probably one of the most important things for me. And I think it's almost in a way that for me was just being able to take you by the hand. And there was a lot of jargon, there's a whole lot of things that I don't understand around finances, but certainly, working with the staff has been really wonderful to clarify things and make
Mm,
things a whole lot easier. And
mm,
so we've been really blessed by that. And I think the most important thing for us is, as we're getting more and more of this understanding and this knowledge. I understand that many of us that are on here at the moment, we just lack that knowledge. We've never known about. We don't have this education, but
mm,
freedom that we'll get now to be able to move forward and achieving some of our financial aspirations, to be mortgage free or whatever it might be. But I think the most important thing for Ciala and I is that we're leaving an inheritance for our children as well. And it's
mm.
also the ability to be able to teach our children these financial ways of being free. And I think that's probably one of the most important things for the both of us.
Hey, thank you so much for your time and just a little bit of insight. I really fully appreciate that. And everyone else listening, please, just a big thank you to Eroni and Siala, please, for your time. Yeah.
It's a pleasure. I look forward to the journey with you all too.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely. All right, guys, thank you. I will kick back into our presentation.